ahead with your lunch, and I suppose my challenge now is to make sure you don't fall asleep. So I need to hopefully grab your attention. As Sean kindly said, I'm lecturing in GMIT Leisure Frac, and we are part of Galway Mayo Institute of Technology, so our business is students and education students. The focus of my presentation today is to look at our model, or how we prepare our students so that they can transfer easily into industry and for employers, and to give them what they require. Now, I've used the title of the global worker because increasingly what we're finding is that it's no longer just preparing graduates for the local industry or for the national industry, but that they need to be ready for going abroad, and to be able to, even if they're working in multinational companies, to be able to deal with that side of things. So the skill set that they require is just that little bit different. You go to other jurisdictions, you go to other countries, they have different standards, they have different operating procedures, they often culturally, even as simple as that, is very different. So we really try and prepare them for that. Just to give you a little bit of background, we're a 4-campus college in Galway. So you can see that you've got Castlebar in County Mayo, you've got the Dublin Road, which is in Galway City, you've got Montbellew, and also then you have Leisure Frac, and we also have Clonmara, which is creative arts. So for Leisure Frac, we're out quite remote, and I'll show you one or two images in a minute, and you will just see how remote we actually are. And we very much are in autonomy in Leisure Frac, and look after kind of a lot of things. Financially, obviously, we come from the central part of it, of GMIT, but we kind of look after our students, and a lot of things involved there. Just the reason I've given you this is the mission statement for GMIT, and I just want to bring your attention to this idea of linking with regional development. And it's very, very important for us at GMIT that we're serving industry, we're providing graduates, we're providing people that can work and grow industry, and we have to be very, very closely linked with the industry to make sure that we're delivering what they need and what they require. Our strategic plans is made up of 5 pillars, and one of those looks at having very strong industry bonds, but also an international perspective. So we recognise this idea that you're not just serving national, but also global industry. As regards Leisure Frac itself, it's a small campus. We have approximately 250, 240 students, and there since 1987. We're in a building that was used for kind of outreach type programs. Unfortunately, a sad history originally, in the sense that it was an industrial school, but we like to look at it nowadays as creating a more positive history for the place, and again, it still involves young people. We have 3 programs that we offer our students at level 7 and level 8. So furniture design and manufacturing, furniture with technology, and also an education program. So the education program prepares our students to be able to teach at 2nd level in the areas of design, graphics and construction studies. The other 2 programs then are quite linked, and really would be where I suppose as industry would be interested. The design and manufacturing program, while some people have a misconception that Leisure Frac is they're out there with their chisels and their saws and they're making lovely pretty bits of craft, we're far, far more than that. The technology that we use is cutting edge, it's the best of the best that is out there, and our students use everything from CNCs, we've got robot arms, we've got automation. So I hope you leave at least knowing that much, that we're not just simply about craft. We do have students that are involved in craft. We do teach our students from the very, very basic of the making skills all the way up. But yes, we do also bring them up a level that they can go right from very small, set up their own businesses, right the way through to working for very large multinationals. As I said, I promised you a few images. So it's definitely a place that we find about an hour outside of Galway City, that the students that we attract really want to do the courses and really want to be there. It's not, while it has an awful lot to offer, we're on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean and there's fantastic amenities there that students can do kind of water sports, but it's somewhere that they really are fired up by the courses that they do. So our retention rate, in other words, the number of dropouts, is relatively low, because people have to make that very definite choice. Because of that, we have, in general, very, very committed students who are willing to work very, very hard and are high achievers in that sense. So just to then kind of go into the main part, which is that the model that we use to prepare our students to be work ready, as Sean said. The first one there is in the area of skills development, and you can see there just a sample of a number of images, and we give our students, or we facilitate them to become kind of advanced in everything from the basic learning, which you can see there on the left hand side, the use of machineries, the use of advanced technology, and also then the more academic type. So there's a balance there between the practical and the academic type skills that they will develop. And we use, the latest softwares, and we've got very good links with all of our technology partners to be able to make sure that our students are at the cutting edge of whatever developments are out there. So the second thing then is project-based learning, and this is critically important for us. When we, essentially our courses are divided into modules or different topics or different areas, and we try to create cross-fertilization as much as we possibly can between those. So if you think about it, if you're in industry, you're not just simply doing an engineering type project or a making type project, that there's the financial side of it, there's the project management side of it, there's the people side of it. So we try to take projects that are requiring the students to apply an awful lot of different skills and to combine those together. One of the things that we do is what we call a live project with our secondary students, and essentially our live project is where there is a real end customer. So just to give you a simple example, it's probably about 6-7 years ago now at this stage, but Letterfact students, a group of students, were commissioned to design and make a podium for the President of Ireland. It was Mary McAleese at the time, and essentially she was the customer for this group of students. They came up with ideas, they came up with prototypes, they presented the prototypes not to Mary herself, but to her personal aide and a group of some of our lecturers as well. 3 of them were selected to go forward, and a full working prototype was produced, and the group of students got to go to Oris and Neutron to present it to Mary McAleese, and she couldn't choose one, so she took all of them. But if you see Mary McAleese giving a speech off the podium in Oris and Neutron, that was designed and made by a student in Letterfact. And it was phenomenal to see how our students react to those types of projects. And this is something, that's an example. We do a live project every single year. There is always a real end customer. It just happened that one was quite prestigious. So the students would give way and above, more time, more effort. They would sense the fact that this was real, it wasn't a made-up project for lecturers, and they would give it their all, and their learning just massively increases. They knew they had real deadlines to adhere to, they knew they had a set of specifications they had to meet, and they took it very seriously, but it really gave them a chance to practice being involved in an industry type project, but in the safe environment of a college where they were facilitated and they were supported by the staff around them. And there's just a few examples you can see there of products our students have made. And I suppose another testament to our students and the standard of what they produce, and that work-ready standard that they produce, is they've won so many competitions, and even things like national apprenticeship competitions, just to give the students, again, they've an outlet that is based in the real world that prepares them for what they are going into. Now, so just a very quick slide there showing you the kind of things, like technology, I've already mentioned it, automation, CAD, CAM, all of these areas are covered by our students. Project management, operations management, things that are very, very key, that regardless of what industry you are, it doesn't have to be wood products. Myself and James, my colleague, are feeling a little bit lonely here today that there really isn't much representation from wood products. But it's the skills that our students are gaining and are learning are still applicable regardless of what the output or the end product happens to be. Those transferable skills also relate not only to the industry type, but also to the jurisdiction, in other words, what country that you're in. So I think the key linchpin, or our winning formula, is work placements. And our students, initially they go out after Christmas and they go for a 6-month placement, but invariably they're kept on. So in essence they end up with a 9 months placement, and then they can choose to come back. It's done at the end of their 3rd year. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is that our students are placed literally all over the world. You can see there in Morocco, America, United Kingdom, all over Europe. We've even had students in places like Zambia doing community development type work. We had a group of students a number of years ago who went out and set up a workshop to help people better themselves and to be able to be self-sustaining. So it's something that we send our students out, they go to these other countries, they get to experience fitting into another culture, getting to fit into companies with different working practices and procedures, and it really prepares them for being work ready in the global sense. We're looking at everything from small organisations right up to very, very big ones. And I'll just give you a couple of examples. This one is MJM, and we've had students working everywhere from the Bahamas to Nice to County Down. We're always queuing up as lecturers to supervise them, but that doesn't mean you get to go there. So the kind of things, the skills our students were using were CAD, CNC programming, manufacturing, fitting, you can see there. Mark Ritchie, again, this is a specialised woodworking company in Massachusetts. And again, our students have worked there. Every year we tend to have a number of students, and again, we're talking about estimation, project management, manufacturing, all of those areas. And Ganter is just a final example. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg of the kinds of companies our students get to go to get them ready to work in a global sense. Shop fitters, and again, we've got your drawings. And the benefits then are students expand their knowledge, companies also get to really learn, and we've got so many examples of students going into companies and they're not using things like CAD or CAM or these technologies, and then when the students walk away, the company goes, yeah, we need to keep this up, so that they're educating the industry. And of course for us as an institution and as lecturers, it allows us to engage and to make sure that we're delivering what they require and we're giving them the skills that they need. The feedback is, 99% of the time has always been positive, and it's a win-win for both for the industry and for the students. It does offer challenges, it does consume an awful lot of time, and James, my colleague, is looking after work placements this year, and he will tell you all you want to know about the time investment needed. But it's worth it, it's absolutely worth it, that our students gain so much from it, and it makes them ready. So for us it's a winning combination to the use of our work placements, our project-based learning, and our skills, that the industry works with the industry. It gives them short-term benefit, it gives them an idea of what they will get from our graduates, and also for their learning. So I'll just finish up to say that it's something that we're always open if companies are interested in placing students, and of course our graduates are always there for employment too. Okay, thank you very much everybody.
Any questions for Kate? Okay, I have two quick ones. One, what are you hoping to get from today here? And the second is, what skills, apart from the technical skills of furniture design, wood making, what people skills and soft skills do you teach in your course?
Okay, first question. I suppose want to make the industry aware of what our graduates are capable of, and if there's companies here who are interested in placing students, then would absolutely welcome that, and my details are there. As regards the skills that our students get in terms of soft skills, when they're having to deal with real life scenarios, like I gave the example of the live project, they have to be able to deal with people. Generally, they're working in teams, so they have to learn how to behave in a team situation. If they're dealing with other countries, they've got to set it up. They have to travel. They have to do all of those types of things. So, as regards to the projects they do, they're so varied. Some of our students end up in quite positions of responsibility, where they're involved in managing and looking after projects, and they have to deal with others and manage other people, so there's all that side of it as well. So yeah, I hope that's it.
Thank you very much. Sorry, one question. No, come back. There's another question.
Just one quick question. Do you do any programs in-house in Dunne, where
at present, all of our courses are delivered in-house in Letterfact, but it's something we get a lot of hobbyists even go, can I just come here for a weekend and learn how to make something? But as it happens, we are in the process of developing a number of online blended learning courses, which we're looking at 2017. So we look at somebody having to come to Letterfact for maybe 3 days in a full 9 months year, and other than that, everything will be delivered online and using kind of digital media. Because we're so remote, to be honest with you, we will be quite tech savvy, but we use Moodle and we use an awful lot of technologies to have meetings and to talk to each other and talk to companies, because the majority of us that work there don't live there. So we're actually quite on top of it because of our remoteness. But that is something that we're looking at. So 2017 we're looking at rollout.